This is a book that I wish I had found years before because everything in this book is something that I feel like I've learned the hard way and it's so frustrating. But what I want you to just understand is if you read this book and you apply the principles, your life will change. Like I don't think it's put into terms enough. Like your habits really shape who you are. Like the things you do on a daily basis basically become you. Like humans aren't smart enough to really portray their real selves. So the archetypes that we fit into, the things that we do on a daily basis, is what determines who we are. Jeff Bezos is Jeff Bezos because he grinded 24 hours a day for years upon years upon years to build Amazon. Like the same thing can be said with what you do. If you spend all of your day watching sports, you're going to be a guy that watches sports all day. But if you want to make a change, it all starts with the habits that you do. So that's why this book is such a good book to read. And I'll just talk about some of the things that I really liked from it. Like I haven't read this in a while, so you're going to get the things that really stuck with me, and I think that's more important than me going through each bullet point of this book. But man, Atomic Habits is a tremendous book if you're struggling to get back on track, if you're struggling to go to the gym every day, if you're struggling to just get to some sort of success that you've always dreamed of. And the basic point of the book is like your habits are everything. Everything that you want in your life is separated from you just because of your habits, just because of the things you do each day. And what I want you to start thinking is like, it doesn't take a million great things each day. It just takes one thing. It just takes, you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to show up. I'm literally going to take one step. You do that for a week. If you just hop in the gym, you signed up for that membership, like that is more than what you did last week. And then you can start to build on it. You can start to say like, all right, I took one step in the gym today. The next thing I'm going to do, all right, I'm going to sit on the treadmill. I'm going to walk for 5 minutes and then I'm going to leave. That 5 minutes turns into 10, 20, 30. And next thing you know, you're doing cardio. Now you're going to throw in a little weights. Now, you know what? Let me keep this up for the next year. You keep that up for the next year. You look so much better than you did before. Your mind feels better. You feel healthy. Like it all starts from someplace and it all starts from one simple action. And the greatest lesson from this book is that once you have something established, you can build upon it. But so many of us are looking to say like, you know what? I'm going to get back in shape. New year, new me, this. And then somebody tries to go to the gym 7 days a week. And that 7 days a week is not something you can sustain. So people don't keep it up. But if you think about it, if you go to the gym 3 days a week for the rest of your life, you will be in tremendous shape for the rest of your life. Like it's not so much like the short-term gains that really make the difference. It's the consistent, just, grind for years upon years upon years that really will make the largest difference in your life. And it's so frustrating that we don't think of things this way. And another thing that I really want to point out from this book is the effect that environment has on your habits. The things that you have around you in real time affect who you are. And if you want to make a change, the biggest thing you can do is just change your environment. And James Clear in this book, he uses probably the greatest example of environment changing your habits because he uses the example of in Vietnam, basically, I think it was 90% of the soldiers there had tried heroin or something like that. Like an insane amount of numbers. And like it was just part of the culture of being in Vietnam that soldiers were doing heroin. So when they were, shipping people back, the United States had invested all of these resources into saying like, okay, we're going to have this rehab facility. We're going to have this program. We're going to have this. And when the soldiers got back, 90% of them just quit. 90% of them never went back to doing heroin. And they couldn't figure out the reason, but the reason was that in the environment in Vietnam, like in that stressful circumstances, like it was a source of camaraderie. It was a source of escapism. Like it was so horrible over there that people needed to do drugs to cope. And when they got back, they were in a different environment, so they didn't feel the need to do that. And simply changing your environment can really affect your life in real time. Like let's say you want to lose weight. If your cabinet is full of junk food, how hard is it going to be for you to lose weight? Because when you're hungry, you open up that cabinet and you see those Lay's potato chips. You see that microwavable food. You see that shit that, you can put in the microwave and be eating in 2 minutes. And it's not great for you, but you're so hungry versus if, you know what, I'm going to fill my house with healthy snacks. I'm going to fill it with protein shakes. I'm going to fill it with fruit and vegetables and stuff that's not high in calories. How much harder would it be for you to gain weight? How much harder would it be for you to cheat on your diet. It would be that much harder. You'd have to drive to the grocery store, spend 15 minutes, pick it out, get back in your car, drive 15 minutes back, and you're probably not even going to be craving it by the time you get back. So think of these things when you start to try to establish habits. And the first thing I want to just say is, like, before I end this video, like, just start small. Just start with something so tiny that you can continue it and you can build on it. And that is the basis of a habit. That is the basis of forming good habits. And the more good habits that you can form, the more good habits that you can stack, the better your life will be. So I will leave a link to the description. I will leave a link in the description to this book. I hope you pick it out, because this is one, if you're really struggling to set up good habits, it really will make a huge difference. And I plan on going through a lot of chapters to this book. So if you're interested in me doing a deeper dive into this book, stick around on the channel. Thank you so much for making this far. I will catch you in the next one. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, like the video. Peace out.